Are alternative payment options the #1 tool to reduce purchase abandonment on mobile devices in the holiday season? Hey folks, Loren McDonald here with the IBM Marketing Cloud. As everyone knows, especially retailers and e-commerce brands, during the holiday season, we have this challenge that I refer to as the smartphone paradox. This idea that 40, 45, 50% of your traffic to your website during the holiday season is going to be on a mobile device, and most of that on smartphones. And yet, the downside, the challenge of this is that conversion rates on smartphones tend to be about 1/3 that of desktops, and close to that in that neighborhood on tablets. But smartphones have this sort of dichotomy of driving about half of your traffic now online, but really not doing very well as far as converting customers. And so there's a lot of things that go into that, everything from sort of the mobile context of using these devices to the size of the screen and things like that. But one of them, and one of the biggest ones, is that challenge of the difficulty of a person completing the purchase using those sort of big fat fingers, trying to input all of that purchase and billing and credit card information on their smartphone once they've reached that sort of checkout process. So it's that kind of like 3 screens challenge where you've got to put in your name and mailing address, shipping address, your billing address if it's different, things like that, your credit card information, sometimes additional information. And for most of us on sort of a small smartphone, that's just too painful, too hard to do. Sometimes if the website is not mobile friendly, it can be really difficult to input that information. Or if you're at a coffee shop or something like that, or some kind of public place, you may not want to pull out your credit card and put that information in. So it's just often not a great user experience. So what smart retailers and e-commerce brands are doing is that they're offering up what I refer to as these sort of alternative payment options. So these are things like PayPal, Visa Checkout, Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, and a variety of other ones that literally all the consumer has to do is input 2 data points, their email address and their password, and all of this other information, the shipping and billing address and the credit card information, is already stored. So it's a really simple purchase process. And so I think this is going to be absolutely critical during the holiday season for people on mobile devices. And so one of the things I want to talk about today is just a couple of tips for using email marketing and mobile channels to help with this process. So when you think about during the holiday season, one of the things that I recommend is that you re-onboard people during that holiday season. So send out an email, let's say during the November timeframe, well before Thanksgiving and stuff, and walking through kind of the different options and things that you're going to offer or do differently during the holiday season, frequency changes, things like gift cards, return policies, things like that, shipping deadlines, but also use this as an opportunity to educate these customers on that you offer these different kind of payment options, and if they don't already use them, how to sign up for them, that type of thing. So make sure you remind them that you offer all these different things that are going to make it really easy to purchase. By the same token, if you have a mobile app, SMS, or these sort of other mobile channels, think about messaging your customers again as reminders that you offer these things up. Link to a page on your website that provides, kind of a customer for your information, FAQ kind of page that sort of walks through these different options and things like that. And also just kind of during your regular sort of holiday email cadence, make sure that you add in those logos and maybe a little content block that again reminds people about these options. And finally, don't forget to include them in your sort of abandonment automated remarketing messages. So those cart abandonment, browse abandonment remarketing messages, because it may have been that difficulty of the purchase process is what drove somebody to abandon or not complete the purchase to begin with. So make sure you incorporate that sort of messaging and reminder that they can pay with these more simplified payment options. So I hope that was helpful to you retail and e-commerce marketers out there. And until next time, take it up a notch.